Hello everyone, my name is WalStreet and today we are here to watch some Caddicarus. One day I will pronounce his name, hopefully that will be in this marathon. Today we're going to check out the Ripoff world of the worst PS4 games ever. I was recommended this video. And also it's the shortest one of all the videos I have not watched yet. So, we're gonna watch it. I don't own a PS4. I haven't owned a PlayStation since 2. I became an Xbox person and that was a big mistake for me. I should have learned after the 360, but I digress. We're here to check this out, see what's up, and see what games I would have been ripped off of if I wasn't paying attention. Without further ado, let's go.
Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the beginning of a new decade, the year 2020!
You shouldn't be this happy, man. I'm from the future. 2020 is a rip-off of a year. We lost more time and lost our minds over this period of time. I highly doubt anyone will go back to 2020 at any point in the future for time travel. Unless there's something that happened that needed to be taken out. But yeah. Anyways, back to the video.
Of course, we all know what this means. The man is back, and he's more ready than ever before. So no more delays. Please welcome back to YouTube today, Caddicarus! Caddy, it's good to see you. Are you ready for the... sorry, what was that?
Bins.
Did you say bins?
Don't do it. Damn it, you did it.
Okay, so you've taken the bins out after Christmas. Very well done. Are you gonna make a video now?
No.
Oh, bloody hell.
You want to know what I got for Christmas? Money.
Woo, you're rich.
And I decided, hey, why don't I go on the PS4 for a change? I mean, I didn't touch it all throughout the holiday, so why don't I go and splurge on the PS Store?
And now, I wish I hadn't. It's not exactly breaking headline news when I say a nuclear explosion would be a disaster, or that playing games on PC has many costs as well as benefits. On one hand, you get the best performance for any game at all, you get more frequent and faster updates and patches than consoles, and on services like Steam, you can find yourself walking out of a seasonal sale with like 20 incredible games for the price of a parking space and 2 Whoppers. On the other hand though, with this cheapness of brilliant games comes high sales volume, which leads to Steam looking for even more ways to make more money, which then leads them to opening the floodgates to anybody willing to upload a game to their servers.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody.
Steam will sell anything at all. There's no quality control whatsoever, unless you count Mr. Dursley guarding his home a good form of quality control. Oh dear, the bullet missed the hairy boulder. This is where console digital storefronts succeed a little bit. Not by a massive amount. I mean, this is a Nintendo-approved game that came out on the Wii U, the same sound that happens when the ambulance comes to save my life after the game gives me a hernia. But they certainly fare a lot better than Steam, because they don't need to rely on mass sales of rancid crap in order to turn a profit on game purchases. They sell the consoles that you play the games on, the controllers, all the accessories. Steam only have cheap games to sell, so they'll sell anything at all to make a profit. Oh, and a controller. But
We don't talk about it.
Well, put it this way, you're familiar with Bad Rats, right? One of the worst Steam games of all time? With the prices it goes for nowadays, Steam would need to sell 401 copies of that to match up to one sale of a PS4 Pro. So once you've already given that money to Sony, surely you'd assume that they wouldn't even let you see anything vaguely similar to that on their storefront. Surely the quality control is extra tight because you paid for the privilege to access the store in the first place. Well, as I discovered, No.
As it turns out, the official PlayStation Store is rife, positively seeping with games that are not only on par with some of Steam's most embarrassing shats, like that one I did at the airport, but also like to charge you extortionate amounts for the chance to play them. Even during the January sale, I only managed to get 10 of these utterly dreadful games for a meager sum of $115.
Why am I doing
Come
this?
on.
My kids have no breakfast!
I'm not talking about PS4 games on the same effort level as Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, Uncharted 4, Knack, K-Order, K-18, K-86, or Kingdom Hearts, K-HD, K-Final, K-Chapter, K-Prologue. These are some of the lowest budget, lowest effort, and most meaningless games of all time. And they only costed me a measly $115. You know, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I can't do much with that kind of money. I mean, what do you expect me to buy? I can't even get an Xbox Series X with that!
Yes, my favorite.
In my living space.
All of the games you'll be seeing today are available on the US PlayStation Store. In fact, for most of these games, I had to use a VPN to buy and download them. Yeah, most of these games I couldn't even get in the UK. I guess we have standards. And all of these games are only available on the PlayStation 4.
I can confirm, man, you got standards. I mean, hell, we like to put a shit ton of extra flavors and chemicals into our food and drinks just because it's cheap and we want drinks to last as long as possible. That's why Mountain Dew, if it is available in the UK, is highly different compared to America's. I mean, hell, there's 2 forms of trainings I recently discovered. And somehow, even though on the packaging it says London, it was made in New Jersey. That's why I stopped my series, by the way. America, fuck up my tea. God damn it. And it's from Jersey, no less. I don't trust that.
Or maybe on Steam on occasion. But it's mostly PS4 exclusives we got here, which makes the whole thing even worse. PlayStation proudly bought the rights to these munters. With that being said though, let's begin with game number 1, Orc Slayer.
Oh god. You good?
So this is the title screen for Orc Slayer, everyone. New.
Right off the bat, that looks like a Flash game that got rejected from Cool Math. Just saying.
Is it? Okay, to be fair, I can't judge the entire thing based on a still image menu, so let's
You
boot it
kinda
up.
can.
Centuries ago, there was a great war. Much of the land was burned by an enemy now long forgotten in the minds of the world's people. After peace Did the game just realize at the end of that sentence that the next word wouldn't fit on the same line and changed it at the last minute? God, if they can't get the intro text right, I can't wait to see the game. Oh boy! This whole video was a mistake, wasn't it? Do you know what
It
this
was.
is? This is PS4! I mean, just look at this. I'm honestly too scared to carry on, but at least this was one of the cheaper games today, clocking in at only $3.99. I mean, what else would I have done with the money?
That's
Buy some
borderline too
compost.
much.
Oh, Jesus, what is that? What is that? Oh my God, what is that? Oh, no, what's going on? What was that?
Huh?
Ham? Sausage firework? And I extend that question over to the game itself. What is going on? All you do level after level is kill orcs. That's it. You kill a certain amount of orcs, the tower thing drops down, you open the door to the next level, that's all you do. How many do you need to get? No idea. But I can tell you it's a number. Oh yeah, if you headshot the orcs, they also drop upgrade points that you can invest into power-ups, but you don't need to worry about that. Because every enemy couldn't be less interested in stopping you, even if all of their friends are dying right in front of their orky faces. Other than that though, what do you want me to say? The trees look like towels, the crossbow gives off more steam than Thomas the Tankin Dankin, explosions look like popcorn, and the orcs look like if Darth Maul forgot to get a haircut.
Hello, I'm Caddicarus, and I'm here today to ask you all a simple question. Are video games art? I don't know.
In orcs...
I would take back my statement. That game would never get approved on Cool Math. They have higher standards than this game. At least they wouldn't make you pay for it. I want to make a bargain with this game. Make it $1.99 and I will buy it. But that's the highest I will go, $1.99. This game is worth 50 cents in my eyes, but the most I can pay for is $1.99. Deal?
Slayer, this is what fence chopping looks like.
99 cents, that's the highest I'll go now.
And if you think that's good, just wait until you see the Gatling gun. Oh. Bye then. Who's ready for game number 2 then? Laws of Machine?
What?
I mean, it looks better than Orc Slayer does, at least as far as the menu is concerned, and our backstory is pretty cleverly told to us through these company leaflets and newspaper clippings. First domestic robot who can help you. This robot can everything. This is future. I made it for help and protect.
English! Too much hard for you? Go on school!
What do you have to do here then? You control copyright infringed bot and need to collect 100 volts worth of batteries in order to teleport to the next level and find Professor, who I think heard about Dr. Eggman and took too much inspiration from him. I mean, this is better than Orc Slayer at least, but it still feels way too amateur to be worth selling on the bloody PS store. I think it feels like it's at most worth $2 more than Orc Slayer. Which is good, because it is. What else do you want me to say about it? What you see is what you get. You push blocks, you collect batteries, you don't blow up. Maybe even fly around on a jetpack for a while if your mummy lets you. Like Orc Slayer, there's just nothing else that much going on. You have one objective level after level, and that is literally it. Except now you have people watching what you're doing, like Ruben for 23. It's also worth mentioning that the music, where okay, is so loud that none of the sound effects manage to cut through it. Not even the trophy noise.
And that is probably the most disappointing part. I love getting trophies, because at least I know that whatever I do, I'm going to get a little noise that makes me feel better.
Oh god. One less mouth to feed.
Yeah, I did it.
On to game 3 now. The Unknown City, episode 1. Why have you done this to me, Santa? Am I on the naughty list? Ah, Times New Roman, the scariest font. Oh! Right off the bat, I know this game is...
To be fair, in college New Roman Times is the scariest. Because that's all you ever see on a assignment, syllabus, and all that. After a while, you get bored of it, man. Especially when you have to do 15 1,000-word essays in a semester. And that's just for one class. On New Woman. 11.5 font. What's the point of the 0.5? Oh, when this semester ends, I got a rant.
Is special. Want to know why? Because when I was checking out the options menu, I accidentally picked English as my language when the game was already in English, and that made all the menu text magically change into lowercase. How does a bug like this even exist?
Oh me. So young. So naive. If you knew what was coming next, that question would be the last thing on your mind.
Here's the first thing you see after the loading screen.
All the club branches are open in the morning.
And it gets worse. Here's the voice acting.
We are not lost. I know exactly where I am going.
Siri? Is that you? Or Cortana?
Yes! Daniel's in this game! Text-to-speech Daniel! I loved his voice acting in Final Fantasy X.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
Ha 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 ha.
This is the voice acting, this is the presentation, and it just keeps getting better.
Turning right, no. No, no.
You know what? I'm with her on this. By all means, turn left instead. You know, where the road stops. It took me 5 sodding minutes to finally get to a point where I could control the main character, and once I could, things did not get any better. Look at this vertical sync.
Oh, God.
Look at these textures, and watch what happens if you stand in front of the lady. I think this is the worst game I've ever played, and I've got another 7 to get through. Oh look, we found a police officer who can help us out, but he's ignoring us and he's looking a little bit hunched over. I guess that can only mean one thing.
Help. Help.
Oh no, she's been captured.
Wait, where's the door?
Where did the door go? Jesus! I paid $9.99 for this.
Oh, you got whipped off, my friend. Here. Let me be your whore for a second. How much money do I need to send you again? Was it 11? You want that in PayPal or Venmo? Because this is a ripoff.
Wait a second, where did the door go?
Jesus!
I paid $9.99 for
Okay,
this.
I'll give you 9.
I'm not going
90,
mad,
'cause that's
am
how
I?
much
No,
it's
there was
shouldn't
definitely
pay
a door there,
for.
100%, I'm sure of it. It's how we came into this room in the first place. I'm gonna have to go and see. Let's go back around and check. See? Look, see? I knew there was a door there. Oh, no. Well, never mind, it left again. Oh no, watch out everyone. It's your baby cousin running after you after he's filled up his pants. Uncle Fester, nice to see you. Thanks for coming down. I mean, my God, I can't believe this is being sold on the PS4. It's not even worth being given away for free, let alone for $9.99. And it's funny I mentioned that because the exact same game is free on the App Store. The weapon selection menu doesn't work. You move at the speed of a funeral procession. You don't jump very high unless you jump on top of a fence, in which case you turn into an Olympic vault jumper. You can't go inside any of the buildings with items inside. And it doesn't matter where you aim your guns, the bullets just go wherever they damn well please. I'm genuinely appalled this is allowed to be on the store in the first place, let alone sold for any kind of money. And the best thing is that the other games I bought only get worse from here. Oh no, what's that? I'm completely stuck. I can't fight, move, or jump.
God,
What's
help
that?
you, sir.
I'm dead. Good. I died inside 15 minutes ago.
This is making me so mad that my hair's falling out! I need help getting rid of my hair! And what better way to do that than with the sponsors of today's video, Dollar Shave Club.
You know the rules, and so do I.
Autumn and winter.
That's good to know. But when do you want your holidays?
Okay, so from first glance, yeah, it doesn't visually look as bad as what we've had so far, but I'm still not too sure. No, that's not your screen. That's the total lack of vertical sync that the developers didn't bother to fix, meaning the entire game is going to look like the top half is running away from the bottom half. But who, pray tell, developed this game? It was made by a thing called Gilson B. Pontes. And if you didn't know that now, you'll know it within the next 30 seconds. Character and mechanical design, Gilson B. Pontes. Art director, Gilson B. Pontes. Hair and makeup, Gilson B. Pontes. Sound director, Gilson.
This guy thought he was Deadpool for a moment. No. That is also so cringe. Just say game developed by Gilson B. Points and get done with it. Jesus.
Gilson B. Pontes, Stinky Poo Poo Wiping, Gilson B. Pontes, produced and directed by Gilson B. Pontes, man who made my sandwiches, Gilson B.
And
Pontes.
so, boys and girls, who made this game?
Gilson B. Pontes?
Austin, you're a genius. How did you figure that out?
Well, actually, that's because it's my YouTube name in reverse. Pontes B. Gilson.
And you'd think that after the intro cutscene, you know, with the credits, that you wouldn't see the name Gilson B. Pontes again. But as soon as you start playing, you see it another 10 times. In fact, you see his name pop up so much that I managed to die during his own gameplay credits before they even finished. Leave me alone, Gilson Bollock Pontes. I'm trying to play your crap heap game over here. Now, I've heard of a game trying too hard to be like Dark Souls, and Samael does indeed do that, but took the dark part a little too literally. I can't see a single damn thing in this miserable greenery. Even with a flame sword, it's not lighting up anything around me. This is just a muddy, incomprehensible mound of old jam. Even worse, when you get to the meat and potatoes of the game, the combat, that's when everything comes full circle and it falls apart. The sword swinging is way too slow. There's a stupid slow-mo button mapped to the same button as the dodge button, and from what I experienced, one hit and you're dead, which then means you respawn at the beginning, and then have to look at the Gilson B. Pontes exclusive credit sequence all over again. If you can believe it, this game didn't only come out last year. Yes, this is a 2019 PS4 title, but it also has a base price of, get ready for it, $29.99.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Alright, so I owe you $9 for that last game. And now I owe you $17.99 for this one. Dude, you're gonna bankrupt me at this rate. I got ale to buy. Damn it.
I managed to snag it in the January sale, but Christ on a bike, $30 for this. Not even a little bit of stuff hanging out makes it worth it.
And you know what's even better? This game is the most recent entry of a trilogy
What?
A Logi.
Here we have Sword of Fortress, the Onion Museum, and take a guess who made it. Yeah.
No.
Gilson B. Pontes. We start off with an accurate date and location so we can thrust ourselves into this fantasy world properly. We're apparently in Megiddo, and the year is somewhere between 216 BC and 1815 AD. So the hardest part of this game is picking between the 2,000 years it could be set in. This game came out in 2018, so it's not quite as recent as the other one, but that's pretty impressive considering this is the best looking game from our old mate Gilson we've seen so far. It's not mind-blowing or anything, I mean, this branch is going for a nice float, but considering this game is older than Dark Souls 4, Dark of the Darkening Dark, I'm willing to muster a little bit of praise for it. Where the game fails entirely is with everything else though. You see this running speed? That's as fast as you're going, and our first objective marker took me 4 minutes in total to run towards. And that's 4 minutes of absolutely nothing else going on. Only running to reach the first boss. And then when you finally reach the boss and get shanked in one hit, because of course you do, you respawn right at the start of the 4-minute run all over again!
No.
This then brings us over to the first game of the Gilson B. Pontes epic trilogy released in 2017, Spear of Destiny, the Gilson B. Pontes. And this time we actually have some voiceover to fill us in on the game's world.
This fantastic ancient world has been invaded by powerful enemies who rule in the dark several centuries.
I can't criticize it too much because I tried to do that type of fancy audio work in 2019. Yeah, don't go to my 2019 videos, please. You will cringe so hard that you will not look at me the same way again. I was a young lad, I was a baby, I didn't know what I was doing. Now I do.
I didn't say it was good, I said it was there.
Oh man, I am hungry. I'm gonna go make some dinner. I cannot make any dinner because I have to play this game. I must buy bread and milk from the shops later to make my dinner, so I suppose I could not make my dinner.
So what do we do in this game? We have to look for all of the hidden relics that aren't hidden at all because they're pointed out for us, defeat the enemy guarding the relic, and then go off and find the next relic. Out of the entire collection of Pontes games so far, this one, while still not good at all, is easily the most playable. Your running speed is good, you have a health bar and stamina meter, and buttons actually do what they're supposed to do. But this means nothing when the game's frame rate runs as smooth as a rusty bike chain and the jumping animation looks like we take a quick hop and forget we're supposed to leave the floor afterwards. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it past enemy number 3, but I felt like I'd be able to find something really worth my while if I ignored all the objective markers and just had a look around the world. So that's what I did, and would you look at that, I found myself a river. Do you think we can go swimming in it?
I've lost it now!
You know what?
Oh no,
I
you
think we
became
found
Jesus.
the Tommy Wiseau of video games. Pretentious titles, useless writing, bad acting, objectively terrible production, and with a million credits all going to the same person. Gilson B. Pontes is the Tommy Wiseau of the PS4. This set me back 1189. 1189. In fact, altogether, this collection of delightful Gilson B. Pontes games set me back 4687, and that's not including tax. In a world where for the same amount of money we could buy a pre-owned copy of Spyro Reignited and the Insane Trilogy together for 6 genuinely incredible games, why are Sony okay with these being on the store and charging this much for them? I mean, somebody has to apply the discounts at Sony headquarters, so they must know these games are here. They know they exist, so why are they okay with them being here? They're taking a cut of the profits, aren't they?
And you'd assume, like I did, that these were probably some accidents that were just slipping through the cracks of the PlayStation HQ. You know, they probably didn't even realise they were on the store. That is always a possibility. But if that's the case, then please explain these final 4 games I'm going to be looking at. Because they have trailers that were uploaded on the official PlayStation YouTube channel.
First up, we have Cat Lateral Damage. Here's the trailer that PlayStation themselves shared on their channel.
Who are you fooling? You're no cat.
But I just want to cat.
Now you can cat.
These are the videos I used to make when I was 17. Look, I'm not going to pretend that my videos are any kind of professional high art, but I wouldn't expect Sony to be okay with them using this terrible quality smosh sketch as an official business trailer to sell a video game on their official marketplace. I mean, if you're going to use a bulge effect, at least move the center point to your mouth. Ooh, nice smoke cropping there. I bet that took you at least 6...
I made better videos in high school than this.
Weeks.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
No, just keep playing.
So that was the trailer. I'm sure the game can't be any worse than that, and that is the fastest time I've ever been proven wrong in my life. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and it's black and white. Splat! Cat lateral damage is
not even a realistic looking game. At least a attempt. The trailer has nothing to do with it. Is this supposed to be a mobile game on the PS Store? Come on!
is a first-person game where you control a cat and be a big smelly ass. You knock things off of shelves and swipe power-ups to knock things over easier. And that's it, yeah, that's it. The idea of being a cat that just breaks everything is a cute one. Fine, sure, whatevs. But once that concept's idea loses the charm, the game had better carry the rest of the concept along. But it doesn't. This is a really boring game. You just swipe things off of other things with wonky physics and ugly graphics. And make sure you're quick, because you only have 4 minutes and 60 seconds to do it. I heard through the grapevine that this was apparently supposed to be a joke game that wasn't that brilliantly made for the sake of the humor, but come on, blow me a new one. It's still on the store and costs you $9.99. And for an extremely one-track game with one joke, that is not cheap. Sure, it has VR functionality, which gives you a little more for your money, but just the idea of looking at these other cats in VR makes me throw up out of my nose, so I think I'll pass.
I am your father.
Up next, we have a very serious game called Flowers Are Dead, which also had an official PlayStation Channel trailer, clocking in at a respectable 663 likes and 4.1 thousand dislikes. And why is that? Well, because the trailer is just this. What? You think I'm joking? Because I'm not. It's 60 seconds of silent and still camera shots. Sony, when you uploaded this, were you drunk? Flowers are dead, violets are blue. Give me a gun, I'm ending it. Ah, great, more text. A very small percentage of individuals may experience epileptic seizures or blackouts when exposed to certain light patterns or flashing lights.
You know what? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the story.
If you thought that trailer was boring, though, oh my golly gosh, get ready. Because unbelievably, the trailer is a perfect representation of what the game itself is actually like. You thought we were moving slow in the unknown city? Nah, mate, you don't know slow. You've never seen slow. You think this is slow?
Nice feet, by the way.
Well, you go slower than that. Dear Lord, who thought any of this was a good idea? This is agonizing. This isn't a video game, it's a dying man simulator. And what goes on in the head of a dying man?
We're going to be more constructive. Someone who's been your guardian angel.
Yes, my lumpies and germs. This is a walking simulator where you collect cassette tapes to fill in the gaps of a narrative. But whenever you collect another tape while another is still talking, you can layer them on top of each other infinitely.
Isn't
this relaxing? And this is even more disappointing for me because I love a walking sim when it's done right. But this? This is the video game equivalent of you throwing a house party and everyone talking loudly in the kitchen.
I need to find Ariel.
Don't worry, I found it.
Sure, it looks okay for an indie game, but god no, there's nothing to it. This might as well be an audiobook, but it isn't, so I might as well make the most of this interactivity. Let's explore a little bit. Let's go inside this house. There must be something to see here.
A lot of wood.
There's nothing here. Buy Flowers Are Dead today for the low, low price of $19.99. It's cheaper than an electric chair and the torture lasts much longer.
Now, the game we have coming up next has been considered one of the worst ever made when it first came out in 2017. It also has an official trailer on the official PlayStation YouTube channel with 1.4 million views and 66,000 dislikes.
Wow.
Welcome, everybody, to the life of Black Tiger.
Okay, so immediately, I don't hate this menu. It's the nicest one we've seen so far, easily. Got some nice music, a nice logo, a nice background image. It's all nice. It looks okay in my books. I also really like all of these stylish still images whenever you get some story text in between missions. I mean, the grammar's a little wonky, but it's nothing I can't ignore.
And then the very second the first cutscene begins, it all goes downhill.
What?
I paid $9.99 for this. I need a new HDMI cable. I can't get it now.
Animal called as human is what I dislike the most. They smell bad. Yep, good enough of a reason for me to do some slaughtering, and just look at the quality we have on display to do that very same slaughtering. You think Bubsy 3D is primitive? No, man. This is 2017, and this is an era where if you don't hold down the attack button all the way, you only get the first quarter of the attack sound. I mean, let's be real, not a single effing splat was given towards this. If you can't even get the running animation correct without having a total fit, you aren't going to get anything else right. Is that the sound of the Arctic, or my granddad blowing air down the phone? I mean, you can say that we're hunting all you want, Mr. Game, but we aren't really doing that. We're just running towards an objective marker and holding the attack button until we win. Screw everything. Hey, where do you think you're going, young lady?
You can't escape me!
Damn.
You know, I may have paid a good chunk of change for this game, but some things in life are priceless. And that was one of them. On to the next level. I'm alone now. I was alone and will be alone. But I'm not lonely. Oh, well, that's good. Whoa, Black Tiger, how did you do that? We were in the Arctic 5 minutes ago. Did you get the next available flight to the jungle? No, of course you didn't. You're a tiger. Tigers can't use check-in desks. You obviously just...
No, you haven't seen that fantastic and powerful documentary from Madagascar. Come on. You have to watch all the documentary films about that. It's an epic series about zoo animals escaping the prisons and going back to the wild. Come on. Fake news.
Ran up the wall, escaped the land of snow, and then floated over to the land of grass instead.
God.
This is legendary, people. You know that Dust and Elysian Tale was made by one guy? Sorry, dude, but you do not hold a candle to Life of Black Tiger by one games. Pretty soon, I'm sure there'll be 2 games. Then what are you gonna do? Like every other game we've discussed today, you only do one thing in Life of Black Tiger. Follow a marker and hunt animals. And every so often eat them. Hey, Joey, how you doing? Sometimes you don't even need to hunt animals though. Simply walking over to a smelly patch is enough to finish the mission. My favorite mission though was when I had to survive from a pack of wolves until the fixed time. After I tried fighting them head on to no avail, I then realized I could just outrun them. And after that happened, I just hid on top of a rock and never got touched until the timer ran out. Hello? Hello? Hello! Ultimately, I did give up on this mission though, because trying to fight the big bad boss of the wolves with my new female companion was essentially impossible when my partner just parked herself right there and watched me die. Why was the trailer for this shared on the PlayStation channel? Did Sony lose its spin the bottle? I want to know how any of this happened. Oh, and by the way, this is a game that is also completely free on the App Store. Go home.
Figured. I feel like these are the type of games that they make for mobile devices, and then they put onto the game store to try to get more recognition for work. I also wouldn't be surprised if these are like student animation game design folks who are in college or trying to run on their own time and trying to make some money while doing it. And then I feel like there's probably a clause in the Play Store where you have to be like, hey, I want a certain amount of money from you guys, unless it's like a DLC. Ultimately, greed and stupidity cause this to happen.
Sony, I'll call you a taxi. Just get out of my house. You've broken enough pottery.
Oh, what's that? You thought I was done? Oh, no way, sunshine. I'm nowhere near done yet. Because there's another game I want to show you. And I think it's worse than Life of Black Tiger.
How?
Keep watching at your own risk, because I don't think any of you are ready for this one.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, I think this is more than enough PS4 for me today, thank you! Hang on, wait, this is an RPG? Good God, I mean, what do we name ourselves in a game like this? I know, Sucky Flop. That's who we are. And what does Sucky Flop look like? Time to go for a walk then, Sucky Flop. Here we go. How does this game work? I don't know. Stop asking me. You walk into an enemy, stamina bars appear, you wait for yours to be full, and then you attack with whatever weapon you have one single time, and then wait for the whole stamina bar to recharge.
Oh no.
Sony, the PlayStation Classic was one thing, but this is taking the mick a little bit. What do you even call a game that looks like this? Oh, I know. Skylight Free Range 2 Gachdween. This game is free range guacamole! You know when game developers tell you that they don't add women into their games because the animation and modeling takes too much time and money? Well, I didn't believe them until today, because it was clearly too difficult for this game. Lara Croft and your pyramid chest, move aside. These are breeds.
Happy 23.99, everyone! This always seems to happen to me on the first month of the new year. PlayStation do something stupid. It costs far too much money. And I cry.
Daddy?
Yeah?
What's for dinner?
We haven't got any dinner.
Oh. Why?
Gilson B. Pontes!
Subscribe and hit that bell.
To be fair, none of those games would have been on my radar. But I could definitely see one of my high school friends sending me that game as a prank, just to see me get pissed off. Anyways, that's all we have time for, and yeah, don't buy these fucking games. If it looks like a mobile game, do not buy it. Maybe consider it for your phone if you want to do that, but don't be stupid. Don't be an American, okay? Can we all agree on that? Can we not be Americans when it comes to games and just get something just to get something? Be logical about it. PlayStation. You're an interesting business. Yeah.